Hi, you're welcome to this very first secondary science subject called physics, and the first topic is going to be introduction to physics. Please jump in with both feet. You're not going to regret, you're going to enjoy the subject. So let's begin by some introductions. Of course, I will be introducing myself, and you on that side will be introducing yourself to your friends, the ones that you're with there, and we go and we enjoy the subject together. So to begin with, teacher Taban Hakim, I will be teaching this subject called physics with some other teachers as we shall be moving along the way. I'll be teaching some concepts, some other teachers will be also be teaching some other concepts, and be meeting them as we move on along the way. Of course, you can always reach me out on that email there. Please always make sure that you use your emails. teachertaban.com@gmail.com, that is my email. And you can always WhatsApp, you can always call, you can always text on any of those numbers there. 774011 and 0703904353. You can send a WhatsApp message, you can send a message, you can just call me, and we interact with anything that you found challenges in. And of course, we're not going to be at school. Our room, which is supposed to be the physics laboratory or the senior 1 class or whatever class that you are in, this time around we shall be online, and all these lessons are going to be self-paced, meaning that you can always pause, you can always replay, you can always do whatever you want, as far as the aim is to make sure that you understand each and every step. In case I'm very fast for you, please you can always play back and listen again. At the same time, I'm going to be a little bit slow. I need that all the concepts are understood. Please also note that as you go along, as we started this course here, this is what I need from you. I need to be having a notebook and a course book. And by the course book, I mean a textbook. It can be your learner's guide, or it can be in a textbook. At the same time, shall be having quizzes. After you doing that quiz, you'll be getting the answers there and then. In case you've made a mistake, if still the system will teach you, you can always check on the hints and see what the question requires you to do. And at the end of the topic, at the end of this first chapter, I shall be having activities of integration. I'll be guiding you on what these are and how to go about them. I also need you to be having a transparent ruler, a long one, the pen, a pencil. You must be having a mathematical set, a calculator, and of course, since we're doing this one online, in case there is anything that you need to Google search very fast, it will be good for you. Otherwise, enjoy the subject. In this first unit called Introduction to Physics, here are some of the objectives that you need to fulfill by the end of this first unit here. Of course, I expect that by the end of this unit, everyone should be able to understand the meaning of the word physics and physics as a subject. You must be able to understand why it is important to follow some rules while you are carrying out some experiments in the physics laboratory or in the science laboratory. And among the keywords that are going to be meeting in our discussion, we shall be meeting the words like science, physics, matter, energy, laboratory, and then the apparatus. I know you've met these ones before, or some of these before, in your primary science, meaning that our discussion is going to be easy for everyone. So what is physics all about? To begin with, let's try to review what we had in our primary school. In our primary school, we had a subject called science. And can you remind me what science is all about? How do you define science? You can pause the video and talk to a friend that is near you. What is science? Okay, so we saw that science is the study of living and non-living organisms. The study of living and non-living organisms. Can you give me some examples of living organisms? Just give me any two of them, and then 2 examples of living and non-living organisms. You can pause the video. Discuss with your neighbor. Okay, very good. So among the living things, we have, for example, a human being, we have dogs, we have plants, we have frogs. There are very many of them. And among the non-living things, we have, for example, the stones, buildings, books, the pens, and very many others. So this is what we looked at primary level. Now when it comes to secondary level, we are going to split this subject science into very many other independent subjects, and among them we have physics. Okay, discuss with your neighbor. Do you know any other science subject that you've heard about? Okay, so we have other science subjects, like for example we have chemistry, we have biology, we have agriculture, and basically those are the ones. So after having discussed about those subjects, physics, chemistry, biology, we shall simply come back to science and categorize it into those different subjects. And on the living side, we shall find subjects like biology, and then on the non-living side of organism, we shall find subjects like physics, and then chemistry. Those two subjects there. We shall find that physics is all about exploring nature around us, right from the smallest of particles. Let me first pause here. Can you tell me any smallest particle that you know of? You can pause the video and talk to your neighbor. Okay, so among the smallest particles that you can think of at the moment, we have what we call atoms. So we study right from the study of nature, right from the smallest of the particles, e.g. atoms, to the largest of bodies. So let me also pause here and you list down any largest body that you can think of. Particle, body, anything that you can think about. Okay, so large bodies we can have, for example, galaxies and the universe. I never heard of the word galaxies. In case you've not heard about the word galaxies, or galaxy, not Samsung Galaxy, I mean the nature around us. So galaxy can be like, for example, you've heard of things like planets, the earth, the moon, the sun, and so on. So all those ones, we shall see later on that they form what we call a galaxy. And the universe, you've heard of the word universe. So in short, we can define physics as the study of matter and how it is related to energy. In other words, it is the study of matter in relation to energy. Okay, so after having looked at this, I know, let me first give you a simple exercise here. You define for me what matter is, and you give me any examples. And also energy, what is energy? Write down the definition of those two. I'll remind you what they are as you go on along the video here. So that is what physics is all about, exploring nature around us. And we're defining it as the study of matter in relation to energy.